that amount or more. And remember, those are state and local obligations that must be paid from state and local tax revenues. Paying them would require tax increases for many municipalities and would more than double current tax rates. It's almost actuarially impossible for pension funds that are less than 50% funded to catch up with massive tax hikes that are implemented solely to allow increases in pension payments, but that also result in reductions in services, not only for retirees but for the general public as well. Those pension funding levels are going to be further eroded during the next recession because more and more cities and states are increasing their equity exposure, and low interest rates are not helping matters. It's hard to imagine good outcomes here. Retirees want what their contracts promised, but the money just isn't there. Governments have little recourse but to raise taxes, but the taxpayers aren't captives. Higher property taxes will make them move elsewhere. Yeah, they'll make them move elsewhere. Higher sales taxes will make them shop elsewhere. Higher sales taxes will make them shop elsewhere. The nation's $22 trillion in pension fund assets is a main component of household wealth. Much of it may be illusory. Legislative help is not on the way. Legislatures have their own pension headaches. Both public employees and union workers are right to worry about their pensions. The deeper you look, the worse the pension situation gets. Angst is a perfectly reasonable response for anyone who has retired or thinking about retiring in the next decade. People don't have sufficient IRA or 401k savings. Social Security living, that's living hand to mouth off present tax revenues, the SS fund itself is depleted, according to this editor, will be of limited help. Defined benefit pensions are unlikely to be as generous as advertised, and healthcare costs keep climbing. All of the above will keep taxes rising, even as the economy remains mired in slow growth mode at best or enters a long overdue recession. I'm sorry, that was actually an article written by John Malden entitled Disappearing Pensions, Thoughts from the Front Line. You can go to maldineconomics.com. That's MAULDIN economics.com, dated April the 16th, 2017. Yeah, you know, I never worked at a business long-term to get a pension, and I really don't care. I had too much fun moving from job to job, and like I said, that's like an experiment. I gained a lot of job experience. And because of that, I'm able to understand marketing and how businesses operate, a lot of them, and how the economy works. You have to take economics to learn that. So that's one of the classes that I kind of dreaded in college, when I went to junior college. But, you know, I was told I should take economics, and I did. I did pretty well, and I think I got a B. But, you know, economics, as Ludwig von Mises defined it, is human action. The choices that you make in a free enterprise system, the things that you vote for with your money, you're voting for those items to continue in production. When you go to the store, you know, you see all the dozens of brands of boxed cereal. I often wonder how they could even stay in business. Well, a lot of those cereals do go out of business. Manufacturers quit producing them. There's just too many choices, you know, kind of like cars. Way too many cars on the road, I think. Do we really need that many choices? But, and some people would say that that's the wastefulness of the free enterprise or capitalism. But would you rather only have a choice of 1 or 2 cars? I don't think so. Would you rather only have a choice of 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 boxes of cereal? No, you wouldn't. So the more people vote for an item to buy it, they are voting for that item to stay in production. That's the genius of our system. But we need it to be free. You know, it's like schools. They need to be free. Churches, they need to be free. They don't need to be 501c3 state churches. They need to be free churches. And if you're part of a 501c3 church, should be a member of it. Supping on this grapefruit juice. Great source of vitamin C and magnesium. All right, well, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this edition of the Around the World News. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you are paying attention to what's going on in the world. And in future editions, of course, I will have videos where we do a Bible study and we talk about a particular theological theme. But for right now, I'm kind of concentrating on the economy and current events. I'll probably do a couple more videos over the next day or two. I might even do another one later tonight. All right, may the Lord richly bless you, and until we meet again.